Okay, today we're going to be going over multi-step equations. So we're still using all the stuff we learned about how to solve equations, just this time we're going to have some extra stuff at the beginning. So I've laid out 3 steps for us to follow. Step 1 is to start by simplifying by combining n-like terms if you can. Sometimes you can't, so if you can't, just move on to step 2. Step 2, if you have a variable, so a letter, on both sides of your equal sign, then you should add or subtract the smallest variable. Choosing the smallest variable will help you avoid negatives. You can really choose any variable you want, just choosing the smallest one will help you out. Step 3, solve the problem like you normally would. So get rid of the friend, get rid of the significant other. So number 1, I see on the left side I can simplify this. So when I say simplify, I'm looking, can I combine any like terms or do the distributive property? Here I can do the distributive property. So 2 times x is 2x, 2 times 2 is 4, equals negative 6. So now I look step 2. Do I have variables on both sides? I have a variable over here, but not on the right side, so no. So move on to step 3, solve it like we normally would. So instead of plus 4, I'm going to subtract 4 from both sides. We get 2x equals negative 6 minus 4 is negative 10. And then divide both sides by 2 to get x equals negative 5. Okay, number 2, I need to look on both sides of the problem to see if I can simplify it. So if I look at the left side, 9 plus 4x, I can't do the distributive property because there's no parentheses. These are not like terms, so I can't combine them. Right side, same thing. So I'm going to move on to step 2. Look to see if you have variables on both sides, which we do. So I'm going to choose the smallest one, which is this x, because that's 1x. We're going to do the opposite of that. So opposite of 1x is negative x. So I'm going to write negative 1x by both of my x's. We put it by the x's because those are like terms. Bring down the 9. 4 minus 1x is 3x. Equals, that's gone because that's 0. And then 6. Now some people can just solve it like this. You see that the friend is your 9, so you get rid of the 9, then the 3. Some people like to have the variable written first. So if you like the variable to be first, that's okay. We'll just write 3x plus 9, so you just switch them, equals 6. So get rid of the friend, so subtract 9 from both sides. 3x equals 6 minus 9 is negative 3. And then divide both sides by 3 to get x equals negative 1. Okay. When you're ready, go on to the next page. Okay, number 3, I see that I can simplify some stuff on the left because I have the distributive property right here. The 3x will not be part of the distributive property because it's not by the parentheses. So I got 4 times 2x is 8x. 4 times negative 1 is negative 4, equals negative 26. I can still simplify some stuff on the left side because I have like terms right here. 3x plus 8x is 11x. And then you just write the rest. Now I look to see if I have variables on both sides, which I do not because I don't have a variable on the right side. So I get rid of the friend, so add 4 to both sides. Get 11x equals negative 22. And then divide both sides by 11 to get x equals negative 2. Number 4, I can't simplify anything because I don't have the distributive property and I don't have like terms on both sides. So I'm going to start with the smallest variable, which here is this negative x because that's a negative 1x. This is 1x. So the opposite of negative 1x is plus 1x. So I'm going to write plus 1x by both of my x's. Bring down the negative 6. 1x plus 1x is 2x. Bring down the negative 8. Negative 1x plus 1x is 0, so that's gone. Okay. Now again, if you like the variables to be written first, that's fine, but pay attention. This is a positive 2x, so I write positive 2x. Negative 6, so negative 6 equals negative 8. So if you have, or if you are flipping it around, you need to pay attention to the sign that's in front of your term. Instead of minus 6, I'm going to add 6 to both sides. 2x equals negative 8 plus 6 is negative 2. And then divide both sides by 2 to get x equals negative 1. Okay, number 5, I can't simplify. This looks like it looks a lot like number 4. Find the smallest variable. So I have a 1x here, a negative 1x here, so the negative 1 is smaller. So instead of negative 1x, I'm going to add 1x to both of my x's. Bring down the negative 6. 1x plus 1x is 2x. This is gone, left with negative 16. And again, we can rewrite this so the variables first. So we got 2x minus 6 equals negative 16. Add 6 to both sides. To get 2x equals negative 16 plus 6 is negative 10. Then divide both sides by 2 to get x equals negative 5. Okay, number 6, I can't simplify anything on either side, so I find the smallest variable. I have a 2x and negative 1x. Negative 1x is smaller, so I'm going to add it to both of my x's. 2x plus 1x is 3x. Bring down the plus 8. This is gone. Bring down negative 1. Now this is already written with the variable first, so that helps me out. Instead of plus 8, I'm going to subtract 8 from both sides. We get 3x equals negative 1 minus 8 is negative 9. Divide both sides by 3 to get x equals negative 3. Okay, number 7, I need to simplify the left side, so I'm going to do the distributive property. 2 times 4x is 8x. 2 times negative 3 is negative 6. Bring down the 2x in this 6. Now I'm going to find the smallest variable, which is 2x. Since that was a positive 2x, I'm going to subtract it from both sides because that's the opposite. 8x minus 2x is 6x minus 6 equals, that's gone, 6. Add 6 to both sides. Get 6x equals 12. Divide both sides by 6 to get x equals 2. Okay, last question, number 8. We can simplify the left side a little bit. Notice that there's a number in front of my parentheses, but it is a negative 7. So I'm going to bring down the 2x, distribute the negative 7 to get negative 7x. Negative 7 times negative 1 is positive 7 equals 10. I can still combine these like terms right here. 2x minus 7x is negative 5x plus 7 equals 10. And solve it like normal. Instead of plus 7, we subtract 7 from both sides. Get negative 5x equals 3. And then some people say, you can't do that. Yeah, you can. We're going to divide by negative 5. So our answer is just going to be a fraction. That's okay. So 3 divided by negative 5 is just 3 over negative 5. So just 3 divided by negative 5, you just put your top number on top, bottom number on bottom. Since it was negative, put a negative. Done. If you have any questions, please let me know.